Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube page. Today I'm going to be doing a quick weave middle part bust down for my good sis Lily. This is daycare. Me and her met in Georgia like almost 2 years ago. She's LJ's daycare um auntie. So yeah, she's just getting a quick weave middle part bust down. This is just me showing y'all her middle part, and then in this clip I'm just sectioning out how much hair I'm leaving out, and then once I get how much hair I'm leaving out, I just clip it down. um, because then I need to move on to braiding the hair down. And then next, I just take her baby hair and her edges out because I don't want it to get pulled or anything like that. Even though 9 times out of 10, it probably won't be showing. So now I'm just gonna braid the hair down. I normally for glue-ins, I normally braid going down and I connect them as I go along just because I feel like my glue-ins turn out better this way. I know some people just slap a ponytail in your head and then don't even care like how your braids look underneath, but I try to do at least anywhere from 10 to 12 braids in people's head. I don't care how long it takes. Um, I don't really do hair professionally. I kind of do it for to see if I still got it, and I kind of just do it for fun. I actually enjoy doing hair. I just don't like being on my feet. So yeah, after I'm done braiding her hair down, I oil her scalp because I noticed she had a lot of white flakes in her head. You can see it on her shirt. I did tell her that she should start doing deep conditioning treatments after she take her glue-ins out. But then next I put the cap on, and then I lay the hair down. I no longer crochet hair into the braids, or I don't sew them down because even though the protective cap is on your head and they put those neck strips on there, I still feel like sometimes the glue gets through the morning glory and the cap, and it kind of like causes a lot of confusion if I crochet the hair in and or sew it down. So I just kind of just don't do that part because I don't enjoy it. I also don't like when people put neck strips on the glue in because they make that crunchy noise. And I just feel like the glue ins don't last as long. Like they always lift and come straight off of your head. So instead of being, and I feel like sometimes they do that because the neck strips soak up some of the morning glory and it kind of helps it dry faster. But I don't mind like waiting or whatever. So yeah, I just do my morning glory. And then after I do that, I sit her under the dryer because I like to make sure it dries fully, and I normally sit them under the dryer for like 10 to 20 minutes. This part, I put the morning glory onto the brush, and then I go around like the edges to make sure it's fully on the edges and on the under end of the braids. Make sure no glue gets on there. Hey y'all, we stopped by. We went to go get Starbucks, and then I came back, and she sat on the dryer for about like 20-30 minutes, not long. And now I'm gonna start the gluing process. The first few tracks, I like to go ear to ear, um, because it like lets the hair fall into your face or whatever. So I go ear to ear, and I just keep doing that for like the first two bundles. I didn't really record the whole thing, or else it would take too long, and I kind of sped through this part. Um, yeah, so I go ear to ear, and I just keep doing it in a U swoop until I get to like the last a little bit of the second bundle, and then I start going straight across, um because that's just my preference. As you can see here, I'm just gonna start laying the track straight across, and I also blow dry after every track and or after every few tracks to make sure the glue and the hair is completely dry. I don't do it after every single track. Once I start getting towards the top, I just do as much as I can, and then at the top I go like in a U because I find that it lays better when I do it like this and don't cut any tracks at the top. Um, I feel like it falls in the face more and gives you more of that curtain bang look. That's what the girlies are calling it. And then my final track, I do a full loop going all around, and the scalp as close to the hair as possible. I do not glue. Well, I don't say I do not do it, but I don't like gluing tracks in between the hair because I feel like sometimes you sweat and then it'll sweat the tracks out that's in the hair. So I just don't do it that way. I don't find it to be beneficial. I also don't think it looks good. I feel like the hair sometimes show through the tracks. So this is just, my preference, especially at the top. And I always blow dry the track at the top. Now, most of the time when I'm blow drying, I do put the blow dryer on cool because I feel like sometimes when I put the blow dryer on hot, it slips the tracks, even though you may not feel like that. I do. So after I'm done with the last track, I just flat iron her leave out and to make it look really, really neat. I didn't really need to do this right now because I could have blended it with the track, but because she has soft hair texture after she washes and blow dries, her hair isn't as thick. So yeah, I can do it either or. Like I can do it in the beginning or at the end. So I just run the hot comb through it just a little bit, just to make sure I get her roots as straight as possible. I do not like flat iron edges. I don't even flat iron my edges. If she said, "Oh, flat iron my edges," then I probably would have did it. But I 9 times out of 10 don't hot comb or flat iron edges because I want to make sure she keep her edges and I don't want to be burning them off. So in the back, to cover up the back track, I just part a little bit of hair out in the back and then I flat iron it. And I'll add either some hairspray or I use like my glue stick to glue the top part of her hair down. It just all depends on like hair texture. Once again, like if you have like strings of hair sticking out, I'm 9 times out of 10 gonna use my Sebastian Shaper Hair Plus. This is just some the little wow thing so that her hair won't frizz up. And then I'm going to use the wax stick to like you know, lay her hairs down, baby hairs, and all that good stuff. Next, I am going to clip her hair up in sections so I can start flat ironing. Now, I only clip 2/3 of the hair up, and then as I'm flat ironing, I go section by section. I do 2 to 3 rows at a time when I'm flat ironing. It depends on how many bundles of hair they have. She only has three, so I feel like 2 to 3 rows of hair in a flat iron at each time is fair. If she had like 4 or 5 bundles, I probably would do more in the flat irons. I have H2 Pros, and these flat irons are really, 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 really good. Like they get really, really hot, so I know it can handle 3 to 4 rows with 4 bundles of hair at a time. Um, Without it looking frizzy or giving it that frizzy look because it normally gets hair as straight as possible. So I just clip her hair up in 3 different sections at the top and then I leave the bottom out. And then as I am flat ironing the bottom, so as you can see, as I'm flat ironing the bottom. Okay, now I'm just gonna start doing pinning up the bottom sections. Yeah, I ended up adding a few more tracks because I feel like I saw some gaps and I'm like, she has more hair. I can use this hair and fill some of these gaps in the back. So that's what I did. So I just spray the hair and then I do the comb chase method. Um, and as you can see, it's about 2 tracks in each one. I know I said I do 2 to 3, but I ended up doing 2. At the top, that's when I started doing like 3. And then I also flat iron sometimes on an angle because I be feeling like it get those little creases out of the tracks from it being bundled up. And then I am going back to blend in her leave out with the top of her hair. And I do the comb chase method at the top as well. And then in this clip, you just see me pulling out, because this is it's human hair, but it has a synthetic blend. So I'm like pulling out some of the shiny pieces as well as some of the threads that I see. And I know this is not necessary, like whatever, but I just be wanting it to look neat and cute. And then after that, I just spray it. And then this is the part where I start blending in the leave out with the her tracks or whatever. At this point right here, I start to turn the flat iron, like the, what is it called? The heat down on the flat irons and the hot comb because I know she's not 100% natural like me. So, but you know, I still just like to do people hair as if they are 100% natural, and I don't want to burn any of her leave out and leave her looking crazy. Now, this is some edge control that I saw the girlies was using on TikTok. And y'all, when I say slicked my natural hair, slicked my natural hair, like amazing. I'm gonna, hopefully next week the video is me using this on my natural hair to put it like in a top knot bun or a low bun. I'm not sure how I'm doing my hair this weekend, but hopefully the video I'll upload next week is me using that. So yeah, this is the final, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.